Working with Google Tasks. In this video, I'll show you how to work with Google Tasks. We'll start by opening Google Tasks, then create task lists and tasks. Opening Google Tasks. Before we can start creating and managing tasks, we first need to open Google Tasks. One way to open Google Tasks is from Gmail. Open Gmail and click the Google Apps launcher in the upper right corner of the screen. Scroll through the available Google apps and select Tasks. The Google Tasks application will open, allowing you to create and manage your tasks. Google Tasks can also be accessed from Google Calendar. In Google Calendar, click Switch to Tasks in the upper right corner of the screen. This opens the full Google Tasks workspace where you can create, view, and manage your tasks. Google Tasks can also be accessed from the side panel when working in Gmail or Google Calendar. If the side panel is hidden, click Show Side Panel in the lower right corner of the screen. Then click the Tasks icon in the right side panel. The Google Tasks pane will open, allowing you to view and manage tasks without leaving the application you are currently using. If you are working in Google Calendar, you can also click Switch to Tasks in the upper right corner of the screen to open the full Google Tasks workspace. Now that Google Tasks is open, let's create our first task list. Create a task list. I've now opened Google Tasks. When you first open Google Tasks, a task list called My Tasks is created automatically. This serves as the default task list, and any tasks you create without selecting another list are added to My Tasks. As you can see, there are currently no tasks in this list. Before creating tasks, I'm going to create a new task list. Task lists are a useful way to organize related tasks and keep your work structured. Instead of placing all tasks in a single list, you can create separate lists for different projects, responsibilities, or areas of work. To create a task list, click Create New List and enter a name for the list. For this example, I'll create a task list called Work Tasks. Now click Done. Once the task list has been created, I can begin adding tasks to it and managing related activities in one location. Create tasks. Now that I've created a task list, I can start adding tasks to it. There are two ways to create a task in Google Tasks. The first method is to use the Create button. I'll click Create in the upper left corner of the Google Tasks window. In the task creation window, I'll enter Prepare Project Timeline as the task name. From here, I can also add a date, time, recurrence pattern, or description if needed. I'll then select Work Tasks as the destination task list and click Save. The second method is to add a task directly within a task list. Locate the Work Tasks list and click Add a Task. Enter Prepare Project Timeline as the task title. You can also add details, assign a due date, or use a date shortcut such as today or tomorrow. When finished, press Enter to add the task to the list. Both methods create a task. The method you choose depends on whether you want to select a task list during creation or add the task directly to an existing list. Mark a task as complete. When a task has been finished, it can be marked as complete. For example, suppose the Prepare Project Timeline task has been completed. To mark the task as complete, click the circle next to the task name. The task will be marked as completed and moved to the completed section of the task list. If the completed section is collapsed, click it to expand the section and view completed tasks. If a task is marked as complete by mistake, open the completed section and click the circle next to the task again. The task will be restored to the active task list. Mark a task as important. Some tasks may require additional attention or have a higher priority than others. For example, suppose the Prepare Project Timeline task is a high priority activity. To mark the task as important, hover over the task and click the star icon on the right side of the task. The task will be added to the starred view, making it easier to identify and track important activities. To view all important tasks, click Starred in the left navigation pane. If a task no longer needs to be marked as important, click the star icon again to remove it from the starred view.